Why did this happen? Okay, there we go. Christ on a cracker, dude. I can't remember what's going on in this game. Let's pick up the bait shower. You seem like relieved and delighted to see me. It's because you're the only person who, like, treats them as human. Okay, why is it letting me... Okay, whatever.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock?
The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
Any more? Hold on, who am I speaking to?
Who I am. Now go on, get out of here.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
For instance, named Jean-Paul Gaultier, and it smells really good. Ooh. Please let me inside. It's cold out here.
I already told you. I won't be responsible. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Okay, whatever. Not fucking with this lady anymore. Alright.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I feel you, mail collection
The mail
box.
collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow, and then suddenly you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachol forever.
Who's this? Have I talked to you yet? Okay, have I harassed you yet?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
You're listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
Oh, what's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Arbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh?
Yeah.
So that's where I am.
Exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes
No!
or both.
Is it a paper one? I don't quite understand what you just said.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of
It's
motor
metal, so
lorries.
it's fine, but it's...
their
Oh,
sad,
well, you can't put that on a
despondent
book. Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
Got any smokes on you?
Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You'll have to ask around elsewhere.
I guess I'll ask around then.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Okay.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Okay, and what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods,
I live here now,
tracksuits, and that
but
kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
So, nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Can I get one of those found tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
Right, I had another
The man
question.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
No, just
Don't
kidding.
be a stranger.
Where have I not gone at this point? So, I have no leads. I can't remember what I was even doing at this point. Locked containers. Oh, okay. Hold on. Because I don't remember. I was looking for some bottles or something, I think. That was in the garbage. Other than that, I can't remember jack shit. So, at least that's a place to start.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes
oh.
and pull the
Do I have that much?
tourist
Oh, I do.
attraction in the middle of such poverty.
It's a mistake. The music in this game for an Alpha intro. Yeah, it's kind of got that vibe, huh?
Disappears into the coin slot. The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape, like a ghost. The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature.
To this day, I'm still the only person who plays Genshin Impact who actually enjoyed Maripede. In fact, I miss it. Wish I could spend more time.
As if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it.
There is some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Okay. Ah, that looks like something. Haha.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Alright.
So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Cool. Maybe I wanted to see him. Well, that's true. Well.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Well, you aren't asleep, are you?
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Wait, no. Talk to me more.
Sneak up on me.
Fine. Fuck off. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. What's this? Oh. Magnesium. Okay. So what have we got? Is that a woman up there? Oh, that's a man.
See a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette.
Oh, he's
His
kind of
eyes
hot.
have been following you for a while.
Hi.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You hiding something? Speak up. This is the police.
There's no trouble. I'm just speaking in a lowered voice. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes. And
Yes.
ask him if he's got anything to spare.
Give me a
Don't let him
cigarette.
go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Hold on. Can I at least have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
You fucker. You're lying.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
Can't you just toss that one down?
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
You're right. That was obviously a bad idea. Forget I said
As you
anything.
wish.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to
Is
you.
it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring window.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the
Call
body
me
will
your
be
dear
taken
again,
away?
please.
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
What?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Okay, that's fascinating.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Yeah, go ahead and write that down, baby girl.
Last week? I don't know. Look,
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of
It
friend?
was my Sunday friend.
Alright.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see anything?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Sure
That's
it is.
definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez,
No,
are you?
of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Alright, we'll talk
No.
later.
We won't.
Aw.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Stay!
Time to bring out
Fuck's sake, why does every fucking...
tears and beg him. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to cry, huh?
For God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go.
There it goes. Wasted.
No!
At least a few good drags out of it.
Good luck with the investigation.
Shit. Well, that went well.
He's gone.
Yeah, he sure is. We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits.
So we just give
If he
up?
doesn't- He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again.
Play your
Once
cards right,
we
you
found
could
a
have been
way
a very
in,
happy
we can ask
woman.
around for his apartment.
That's true. Great, let's do that. There's splattering bullet holes in this wall.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Zoom in closer.
You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow.
What?
You feel something in your chest. An
What?
unnatural
What?
pressure.
Why?
It's spreading to your left arm,
No!
jaw.
So I'm guessing this is bad.
Very, very bad. This is the end. Bad.
Trying to remain
All you
conscious.
feel is pain.
Why is this happening?
You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see
What the fuck?
like you always thought you would. Cop suffers final heart attack.
Bruh.
Detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a...
Why does this keep happening to me? God damn it. Alright, well, I guess... Here, this is gonna be the good timeline.
Are you trying?
Logic error.
Pigs come to think it.
Please! I don't want to die of a heart attack. Yeah, I died of a fucking heart attack again. This happened to me last time.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get
Okay, let's
going.
try it again.
Time to bring...
Fuck! Alright. See ya. Make sure you take your time. It's not like I already played through this and I'm in a hurry. I'm not gonna look at that because apparently it's a bad thing. These are half full of rainwater. Closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. It's out of there. How do I get up there? Can I get through here? No? What's this? Nice. Yeah, let's health it up. Alright, awesome. Now maybe I can look at this wall without dying. Apparently it's nothing now.
There must be another way into the building.
Okay, kitten, why are you so loud? Could you, like, not yell in my ear, please, and thank you? Usually you're so quiet.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the
Aha!
ground. No,
Damn
these
it.
tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Why am I looking at
Cop
this?
habit. You look at everything.
Yeah, that's true, I do.
This isn't case related, you think.
Not now. Alright. Oh, is there like a roof access over there? Man, the right click button is really... I'm getting a lot of stuff I didn't see before with it.
An inconspicuous part.
Yeah, whatever. Ugh. Man. Really am the most useless. Got new clothes? Orange bum hat. -1 rhetoric. I'm not accepting any minuses. And, oh well, apparently. Socialization has been suggested. Alright, we're just gonna stick to what we got, even though it's bad. Balcony. Partner building. Okay, cool. Where should I go next? Oh, I talked to this guy, didn't I? We're just gonna click through that conversation real quick.
I am
A simple little cake.
Alright.
Don't be a stranger.
I'd fuck him too. There's a lot of very fuckable men in this town. Well, the only thing I can think to do is try to get to that rooftop. Because it seems like that seems... Well, maybe I should investigate the docks. So we're gonna go back to the docks first, and I'm gonna fuck with... What is that? We're gonna say that while Kim is right there? Yeah, he's included. Duh. I mean, he's my kitten, but we're not, like, an item yet, you know? I'm allowed to flirt with other guys. It's not like he knows that, that he's my kitten. Alright. That's the lady. And there's, what's that? Oh, that's the garbage can I'm not allowed to get into. Alright. Can I equip? Can I equip? Aha! Let me in! Naval coat. Interesting. Beautiful. Wait, hold on. Did I come across anything else that was locked? There's something over here, wasn't there? I swear to God there was. I swear to God. What's this? Oops, looks like I can go in there now. What the fuck? How does this look? Wait, hold on. What's this? No, that's not me. That's not who I am. That's not the kind of... So you'd be fine if you had sex. Oh, hold on! I'm not having sex with anyone! Also, like, he's his own person, and we're not like a thing. Hold on a second. I have to adjust my tuber real quick. So I can't... Why won't it unlock this? What about this door?
There must be another way into the building.
Oh god. I'm gonna go back to the pawn shop because I think they might be able to get me a ball for this dude. Excuse me. Talk to the box.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses
Oh, yeah.
in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
Yeah, give me at those.
Sunglasses, officer?
I sure
I've got
fucking
the latest
do.
styles right here.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your
Fine.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No, we're not doing
They're
this.
perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
Okay.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Well, now that you... Hey! Well, now you... Well, maybe I'll... You know what? You're right. I'm too
Are
sensible
you
for
sure?
those.
But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Cerise plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant.
Let's
These
try
will
again.
definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
No luck.
Oh. What's this?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
Sure, why not?
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand. Keep the economy moving.
Let's try this.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces. Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50.
Dude, I have $7. There's no way in hell I'm giving you $4 for a fucking windbreaker. Like, you're fucking batty, dude. Really? There's nothing to do over here. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm going back to the pawn shop. See if we can get a ball for these guys. Because I owe it to them, and I have no idea what else I should be doing.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a streetlight?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
Altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
The light pole has been carefully cut and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I don't... Is there any balls? Y'all got balls up in
rows
here?
of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Wait, this looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing petanque.
This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
What exactly are these?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend Gart, whose bitch it made me.
Okay, I don't like either set too much, to be honest.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
Yeah, cute.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
I don't need that. At least not right now, so I'm not gonna... Well, I don't know how I'm gonna get a ball, because there doesn't appear to be any balls in here. Oh, man. I'm running out of ideas. I guess we could check out the roof. See if we can get to it. There are 6 balls in there, actually. What are you talking about? Oh. You don't know that for sure.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not. The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Seems like a one-ball guy. Oh, no. Do you want to get some food? I'm hungry. Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself.
Yeah, I'm actually starving. Let's get some
Shrugging
food.
is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Alright. What's that? Ooh. Okay. I'm officially completely out of ideas. Can we climb onto the roof? Give me a boost, Kim. I have to figure out how I'm gonna get that fucking body down. I feel like that's kind of the most pressing matter. Will you fucking quit it, dude?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
Okay, hold on, we're gonna quick save.
There he still is, looking. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, More instant and more familiar than...
Oh, okay. We're throwing up, I guess. To lay down and... Oh, poor baby. Awesome.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst,
Brad.
until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
God.
It's okay. Happens to everyone.
Aw,
Keep it.
Angel.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Well, not you.
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Brad.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Alright, cool. Well, that's what we're doing now.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
This one endurance? Yeah, I don't need that right now. I need like...
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, one...
I don't know what a tear is.
Is this about the questions again? Because
Do
I don't really know anything.
you have any ammonia for sale?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes, what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
A little bit close there, Kim. Jesus Christ.
She is like
Buy me
a
dinner
student
first.
unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer the classroom question?
No, I meant the physical reality.
I don't know. What about it?
The coalition. What's that? Someone told me there is one.
Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
What is a revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demands democracy.
What about the one we had here in Rivershall?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
I won't bother you with this nonsense anymore. Alright. It's like everyone in this fucking place is all competing to see who can be the most useless to me. I think I'm gonna do this one. Let's do perception. Rad. I'm not gonna sell this. This is priceless. It's going over here so I don't sell it on accident. What's phone rider? Oh wait.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
I want to buy some ammonia.
Okay, don't, overdo it or something.
Who is Saint Baptiste?
Saint Baptiste. You know, the pharmaceuticals company.
Okay, I guess.
Saint Baptiste Pharmaceuticals. The one that sells meds out of Saint Baptiste. That one. There.
Okay. You don't have to be an asshole.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history. As far as almost anyone knows, at least.
Great. Bye-bye. What's that?
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles.
Cigarettes!
The shop. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
No, I want cigarettes.
A colourful display of the bottles wink at you. There.
No.
In that dark green.
Fine, we're leaving.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is in the ammonia only.
Oh my god!
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time.
Okay,
so
here we go
when
again.
the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Alright.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
At least you're understanding.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son?
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
Oh.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Give me a moment. I got this. Let's try again.
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together.
But I don't want to get my shit together.
Then the world will turn away from you and leave you behind.
Say nothing. Just nod.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Yeah, I already know about that.
Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Alright. What? Alright, we're gonna pause this. We're gonna get our shit together. Awesome.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of the canal. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
What day of the week is it? I don't fucking know. I'm so out of ideas. Tell me what to do. Please.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
You should tell me now. This seems relevant.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy?
There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a...
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
Are you sure there's not some sex angle we should be considering?
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately.
Play with me. Play with me, Kim. Play in the space with me.
The wary tone is the surest indicator that the lieutenant is being sarcastic.
It doesn't have to be murder, it can just be sex.
Actually, it does have to be murder. This is a murder investigation. But we digress.
It can still be an otherworldly sex mystery in your head, with a dark twist even. He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it. Sit on it a bit. Then hit him with
Ooh, sit on it, huh? Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No, I'll wing it.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Wait, does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Hold on, and the RCM is...
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Of course, yes, I understand everything now.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Good.
Right. Interesting. Maybe. Thanks for the autosave. Is that money? Yeah, baby. Let's go deal with this freak again, I guess.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not?
I've gotten it
You have
from
picked them
disco.
up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from a disco.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine.
Hot.
It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
Certainly.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Wonderful. I need to enter the harbor now on police business.
What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor.
Alright.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are there.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh. You are obviously a liberal, Sayolite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
The vile CF race cauldron of pederasty, please.
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You'll need to first learn about Type A and B to appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Alright, whatever you say, bud.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Alright.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Alright, Type A it is.
Those are the Seminoles, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding.
Okay.
A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities. The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Alright.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
I know where the 70s and
As
yeah.
proven by the Mound and the Mask, Occidental Type A is in retrograde. The Seminese and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
What's the difference?
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Seminese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Semeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more Type A races in the world.
Sorry, sipping some tea. Type B.
Type B are the unheroic,
Oh, I think I have a double shot actually.
amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the
whatever you say,
Vacholiers,
bud.
they are mud colors.
Definitely still listening. Okay, whatever, yeah.
Hugo, Zimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
Mud colored?
To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich.
Sure.
But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Okay.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
Yeah, potatoes really are the worst, aren't they?
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potard. The only thing they like more is divided.
Man, I could go for some potato right now.
States, like political amoeba. Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates.
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholiers you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the racial cauldron. Too mixed to know right from wrong.
Like I'm bothering you? Yeah, of course. Bother me. Oh.
Which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet. Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening.
You're not gonna interrupt.
That seems a little off.
Well, what was this revolution?
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath written potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that
I think this guy thinks a bit too much about this.
Frontal lobe ridden with
Oh.
holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But
not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potato acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of type mediocrity.
Alright.
Types CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Chimeric experiments.
Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a Seminese man. Only possible if the mother is masked and the father Seminese. The other way around, they fail to produce offspring. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive El Mariachi music to vent their impotent despair.
Okay.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
I'm also born like a donkey.
Yes, it is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed dedication on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me into the harbor if I do?
We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way without becoming a race theoretician.
Well, on second thought, I don't have time to get any deeper into this stuff.
Lost, though. Buckled away at the last gate. This is why your haplogroup will never rise from the ashes. Now, I need to luxuriate in the private company of my babe. Leave me.
Alright, whatever.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss.
Yeah, okay, I'm leaving. Finding another way in. Just fuck this. Also, it made Kim uncomfortable. You don't do that to Kitten. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to this guy because this guy is somehow easier to handle. Hi, honey.
Nice with the native.
Oh.
Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
What?
Let's talk about our right to work.
Breakthrough imminent? Where? Yeah, Toulouse is there. It still isn't he? I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter.
Oh, come on, man. That's what the strikers want.
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have
my God.
right to work!
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
When the man moves around, you perceive some serious abs underneath his tight-fitting shirt. This
Okay, I don't need to know that he's fit.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his.
Interesting.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of another guy under the guise of this fighter for jobs. He seems a more brutal, cunning, and suspicious person. Just a hunch. Or you just might be paranoid.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know Bar's been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Actually, yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Okay, I just gotta leave now.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials.
Let's go try that fucking body again. Yay!
With his white eyes, the body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Let's do it!
As you breathe
Yay!
in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Step closer.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced.
Going into stasis. Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly.
He's a good
They
boy.
always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots and there is no rest of the armor.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
He could have been walking around naked just like this for all we know.
A good point. He could have been intoxicated, or something we cannot yet imagine. I shouldn't have assumed so much just from the clothes.
Material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
It's enough.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his finger on his sleeve.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
Sure. These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What does this remind me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
Why would I lie? Why would I lie to Kitten?
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound.
I'll call him whatever the fuck I want to call him. He's my kitten.
Stop!
Oh, sorry.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Sorry.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Yeah. Don't call me that! I'm not a ho.
Think about your sexuality, officer. You are about to seriously compromise the coroner's case.
I'm sorry!
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscle.
I'm sorry.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't even want to take them off. I just thought I should try.
Try what exactly?
I don't know!
If you can't experiment, how will you learn?
I have no idea why. I just do things. There's no underlying reason.
I don't think we should do anything just for the hell of it. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
There might still be a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
No! Steal a dead man's boots? But that would be dishonorable!
Alright then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
There are honor points?
Of course there aren't. Don't be naive.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that, a word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
This is a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently this is a reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Makes sense. Believably mundane.
70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt worries me.
I sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope isn't reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Oh my god.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
The pattern does not stir patriotic or religious sentiment in you. What it does is speak to the wounded, limping animal, the male in particular, unable to communicate in anything more than grunts. It's impossible to tell if its advice is right or wrong.
You're missing something here.
So am I.
Oh.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm.
Oh.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us, Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Oh. Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Cobo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Oh.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking love questions.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up. Copperoonie. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Of course not. The name is Rafael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right. Harry.
No, it can't be Harry. I refuse.
Good for you.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Because he told me to?
You're a lying sack of shit, Copo. You're doing this because there is nothing else to do. Everything else is over. It's just me now.
Enough.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Huh? So, how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Step back and never know look first.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Squint and take a step back.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging.
Could it still be that he was moved after death?
There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
They sure have.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Excuse me?
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
Something is coming out of him.
The pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck are you saying?
Talking about shit.
Stop. Yay! I'm gonna go back on it. Goddamn right.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big said he's a...
I'm in acceptance over the course of this one conversation.
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
Back off and catch your breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
There's something I need to know, corpse man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service.
I'm gonna let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips
Hell yeah, let's do this shit.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Let's do this.
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
I'm not gonna risk distracting him. I'm not saying anything. You better hit.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Aww.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
You fuck off.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
Aww.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Let's do this.
They only have one gun.
Shut up.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Okay.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
Am I good at this?
What are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Shut up.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking
Stop! Okay. Yeah, baby! Hell yeah! Epic gamer
The
moment.
buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you
Kim is
look
gonna
at
be
the
so
body
impressed.
For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you,
Oh.
looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
Oh!
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Yeah, of course I'm not gonna leave him hanging. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
What now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death.
Oh, there's a cat
before-
coming after you.
Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather
Is
before
there
we do
another
the
cat
autopsy.
in here? Oh, it's him. Jesus Christ. Alright, give him back his gun.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the Wild Pines representative. But we've already done that, so good for us. One down, one to go.
Is this the famous list of initial interviews?
Yes.
I
And
told.
those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Awesome.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a
time.
matchbox.
I'm gonna take a little break to
11
eat some
Voyager
pizza.
Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Alright, I will be back. I'm back! Fuck. I ate some pizza, probably too much pizza. It'll be too much pizza, I think. Ooh, I want this. There we go, cool. Is it snowing? Wait, what happened? Was the game going this whole time? I thought it was paused.
The rotting man lying on his side with his eyes looking
It's like
straight.
snowing now.
The belt is still around his neck.
What the fuck?
His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Oh.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Which was it that killed you then, love or communism?
Huh?
You said love killed you, but when you fell down, you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
Okay.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo.
First.
Amuse yourself.
Oh my god, shut up. What exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Okay.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Actually, it appears I have forgotten what a field autopsy is.
Fine. It's a 3-part form to be filled out on the scene by the detectives responsible. One takes note, the other dictates. The goal is to establish cause of death.
Do we need a scalpel for it?
A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however.
Do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
I need a pair then. Can we return to this shortly? We have glove hunting to do.
Let's not go glove hunting, please. Let's use division of labor. I perform the anatomical side, while you take notes.
Okay, where should I take these notes?
In your paperwork, officer. Just fill out the field autopsy form.
You're not gonna believe this. I think I've lost my paperwork.
Now they only have one paperwork, too.
Shut up.
Officer, what haven't you lost?
Still my disco trousers.
Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several, actually. But only if it helps move things along.
Let's work off yours for now.
Right. The autopsy
What are you
form is
giggling
near the
about?
end.
There's this account that says, like, blank is on the naughty list, or blank is on the nice list.
Uh-huh.
And they just, like, pick characters.
Uh-huh.
And it's a picture of Santa scratching his head. And a picture of Curly. And it says Curly is on the morally ambiguous list.
It's true. I feel like everyone in that game is. Except Daisuke. Daisuke's a good man. Take a peek at Kim's notes.
You find a moment as the lieutenant inspects the dead man's fingernails. Just a few glances. The pages are filled with a bulky freehand that's nearly illegible.
No. Search for something about you.
You're probably imagining it. The notes are very hard to decipher at a glance, so don't draw any conclusions from this. But...
What?
It's not a glowing review, sorry to say. The 41st, as you're referred to, comes across as somewhat less than competent. It's not explicitly stated that the lieutenant doesn't trust you.
Aww.
There's just nothing positive in there. It's very hard to draw conclusions. All you can make out is that he is in a hurry to solve the case. The tempo of the handwriting says as much, and that there are a lot of notes in there. Most of them are made prior to arriving at the scene in preparation. It's not spelled out explicitly, but the lieutenant fears a tear is forming between the liberal moralist establishment of Revachol and her populist citizenry. This populist force, a potpourri of far right and left, is exemplified in the Débardeurs Union. Their strike, if allowed to escalate into violence, adds to the growing sense of civil war in the city. He's extremely neutral, even in his notes. But avoiding this escalation is Kim's primary concern when dealing with the situation in Martinez.
Ah, so here it is.
What?
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
1. Assistant.
That's you.
Leave it empty.
The corpse lies there, indifferent to your retrograde amnesia.
2.
The
Coroner's
next box says
case number
KK57-0803.0815.
Isn't that the number that he was like, oh, we should lie? Interesting.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky!
Shut up.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right. Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only 1 box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
we should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination. Summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem.
Write it down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1.
$600? Are they fucking insane?
It's like, it's 600, or I can get
No!
it for like 550.
I'm selling my brand new piggy for $560 after shipping.
Eyes or hair or
What the fuck?
Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Why would I touch the corpse's hair? I might as well, I guess.
His hair feels wet.
Stroke his hair gently.
The stench is suffocating.
Write it down. Short, light brown, male pattern.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs, consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation.
Predation.
Ligature mark.
Oh.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the bell so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the bell to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See? My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Oh my god.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Uh-oh.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
Stop!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Look at the dick.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish.
Dead penis.
Marbling is present around the crotch. You should touch it.
Why would I touch it? Why would I do that?
Doesn't feel like anything. Just cold flesh under your finger. Unremarkable and unalive.
My pig's so fucking ill right now.
Oh, your pig's pretty sick, I gotta say.
Yeah, whatever.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are all combat injuries in the right hand.
What, you don't like that I touched the dead man's wiener? Kim seems fine with
Bullets
it.
have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count.
What happens to the balls when you die? The same thing that happens to everything else. Do you think when you die, the sperm in the balls stay? Or do you think they try to escape? The fuck are you talking about?
Last item. Hands.
Let's...
Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
You pervert.
Ooh. That's all for the external.
Let me get through this, okay?
What next?
Oh, it stopped snowing. Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course.
I'm the bunny, not you.
From it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain is very vulnerable to compromises in its blood supply.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Alright, N.A.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the
Every single person is my enemy.
Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on
Ew!
the dead man's
Stop!
feet and begins to massage it.
Kim, you freak!
A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Ew!
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
Shut up!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again. Straight in that mouth of his.
Well, don't do that.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Can I?
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness. More meat and darkness.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why, don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think
Neither
so.
am I.
That's it?
That's it.
Right, NA.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Right, NA, and add toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Right.
Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down, keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest,
Bite
and a
marks?
ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Bite
So,
mark?
the
Oh,
scalp
whoops.
bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
You dumbass.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Right. Next.
Okay, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Ligature mark. What is the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Alright.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion, fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned, but it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps a drink is in order? Later, I mean?
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Oh, what now?
Now we put him in a body bag and I drive him to Forborg for processing.
Well, I do know before a full shift, my ass feeling numb, so...
The lieutenant looks at the
I
dead
feel like
man
I've never
one
been
more
in the
time,
every boat is
then
broken
at
place.
his notebook, then at the corpse again. You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Search the body one more time, thoroughly.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Give
The
up.
corpse seems to yawn contentedly, as though it's glad you've run out of steam.
Do you think we missed something?
Yes, there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination.
Okay.
And we need to do it fast.
Where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
I need to take another look at the body first.
Hurry. This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Soon, you'll be looking for clues in a pile of sludge and bones.
Alright, never mind. Hello. I'm testing my microphone power. How are you? I'm good. Alright, now where was I? Oh yes, I did. I shot down the corpse and it made Kim kiss me for the first time. And it made me very happy. What are we doing? Yep, fridge. There's a lot more people in here than there were earlier, huh? Hey, I got a question for you, Gart.
Can I help you?
I seem to be in need of a fridge.
Yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
I love how this guy isn't even shocked. He's just like, yeah, I know why you're here. Yes, that's the gist of it.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
I'm not gonna even ask why. You're just gonna say something mean.
This is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. You don't have to ask me why you can't store a dead body.
Aw, come on, man.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
Let's go talk to the Frit clerk.
Yeah, it's all about money, you know. Alright, what about the chef? Maybe the chef will take pity on me. What are you doing in here? This is off limits. The boy is in! You let the boy in!
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod.
Oh. Don't make him leave. Yeah, you can stay. He's good. You can see it in his eyes. He has good intentions. He's looking at the 7-Eleven bag. I don't think there's anything in there, though, so... Oh, no. He'll be cool. It's fine. I need a fridge to store a corpse.
The man keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
Alright.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
Wait, what language is he speaking?
He's from Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word Koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air again.
Alright.
He's from Grad. People from Grad don't mind if they're called by their national derogatives. It's okay to call him a Koiko.
I need to put a dead body in this fridge. Point to the fridge.
No. What do you know of fridge? Fridge more.
How do you know? Maybe it's a small body.
No. I know.
We need a bigger fridge.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine, I guess. In her star poster and some red pennants! Union paraphernalia! Interesting. Hey Queen, I need to put body in your fridge.
It's about the questions again, because I don't really know.
Do you have a fridge?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking. I need to store the corpse of the hangman in your fridge.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Okay, maybe.
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-domed fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
Pity, it would have been so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Leave. Well, I've exhausted all options. What do you think? Okay. Maybe I should take these. I don't... Someone's gonna be like, why are you carrying around wire cutters? This is why I keep taking them out of my hand, because I'm not entirely sure. Oh, I could probably... Is that what I'm supposed to do? So bad news. Nobody has a fridge that'll fit my corpse. Oh, is that what tear is? Is this bottles? Alright, here we go. We're looking around for bottles now. Cut him up! No, I'm not gonna do that. I guess I could ask Kuno. I don't have a lot of options at this point. It's getting late. I need to go talk to that little freak. Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
I thought you would. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Convince the Kuno to spill the beans.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill in the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first? That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This outlaw's fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears you. See that shit house over there?
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there.
Yes, I see it.
A shadow on you.
The big, tall one behind you?
You gotta get in that shit. In there deep.
What do you mean in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement.
Yeah, but every time I try to do that, I have a heart attack and die. So are you gonna recoup my death, or...?
There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem.
Alright.
It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
Okay.
A white bear? A polar bear?
How do I, get in the building again?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book bitch?
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
Alright.
The bookstore. We have to ask. Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
Alright.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
Sure is.
See, the clerk gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Whatever.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig.
Okay, whatever.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Cool. See you again never, I hope. You got any loose bottles? Hey, Queen, it's me again. You're not gonna believe what I'm gonna try to do for the third time now?
The petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once.
Girl, you know how this ends. I've heard there's a fridge in there that I need.
Everybody suddenly needs something from there. Leave the curtains be. It's what it wants.
Okay, so what's in there has a will, and it wants you to enter? This is bad.
This is about the curse? That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Yeah, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there.
I'll open them.
No. Please just talk to me, officer.
No.
Is all
No.
eyes. You see.
Open curtains. Open curtains. Yeah, you watch the door, baby girl. I got this. Break down the door. Yeah, baby. Oh!
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame.
Well, I have limited options, it would seem. Yay! Is that a ball? Wait, never mind. It's for $14. I'm gonna keep that. Oh, he's something to say to me.
Lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them.
I don't want to do that though.
There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of a bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
What is this place?
It's another world beyond the veil.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
Kind of romantic, huh? What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed.
Okay.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. No, let's go get the flashlight, shall we?
You gonna get the flashlight? I'm not gonna get the flashlight. I'm going up here without the flashlight. What? You have something else to say? Go on. What? What?
It's dark.
Yeah, I know, girl.
This would be a lot easier with a flashlight.
Yeah, and it would be a lot easier if you had 20/20 vision.
One in the kinema's toolbox.
Some areas are inaccessible without.
Fine, we'll go get a flashlight. Just get so upset with me over the most silliest things. Why the fuck do I need a flashlight for? Why can't I go through the door? Do I have to... Okay. Hey, I broke into your room. I hope that's okay. Bye. Maybe I should go bring the tear before... Well, if it's about to close, I need to finish what I'm doing. The tear can wait.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
Alright, gotta fiddle around in your toolbox again. Let's get that flashlight.
And well made. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
And let's get that pry bar.
Nice and cold in your hand. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more.
Alright.
Useful for opening all sorts of doors.
And that's it. Hey, we're back. And are you glad to see me again? Alright, let's go. What's this? I saw the window panes and debris. What is this place? Where's the polar bear? Oh, ew. Ew, they're weird. There's something severely wrong with this place for sure. I'm not seeing a polar bear. Production schedule filament memory? What is that? Is information that can be read using a radio computer. Interesting. Wild animals. Staring in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Nope. Excuse me, slipstream. What's this? Velvet? Strange yellow color. Where's clothes? Where are the clothes it used to display? Money! Oh my god! Treasure trove. Spreaders covered in spider webs. Wait, what? You have something to say? No? Okay. Demi-John? Full of a strength. What's a demi-John? Okay. Oh, what? Is this Emma's atelier? What's that? What's that?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
That's interesting.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Okay.
Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Inspect the drawings.
These live, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins.
Oh!
Autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Ether Welkins, isn't that Genshin Impact?
You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Okay, send me the Welkin. This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Okay, that's not fun.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
Alright.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
Oh, you like facial hair? How did anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
Okay. Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid.
Alright.
The grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Keep reading. What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
No shit.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details.
It's advanced RPG in the universe?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Is the lieutenant a little scared? Just now when he looked around.
Alright. That'll be nice. There it is! The polar bear! Whoa. Well, let's get the thing in the fridge first.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
And it's running.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's the fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
This is clearly the fridge. It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Okay, let's do this!
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bed. Then more to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best body's work I've ever done.
Good to hear.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the meat and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and it does not leave this room.
Yeah, I'm not proud either, but we did find a fridge.
As impressive as the fridge is, this is a small victory, among numerous defeats.
Yeah.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can come down.
Try to shine a light in his eyes.
Control circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting. Despair creeps into you.
What?
Getting fat.
No!
Whatever noble intentions you once had.
Why? Oh, come on. No. Great. Alright, whatever.
You see, this
I think could use another level. Oh.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, I do.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim?
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, beautiful thing, it's only.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this fight.
He's happy with me. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Must be. What's this? There's a fan.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear.
Okay, we're not doing this. Nope. Not fucking with that.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above.
Oh.
A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
People, I would assume.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I hear someone upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Let's see, what haven't I fucked around with yet? Oh yeah, baby! Mesh tank top! I'm gonna look so fucking hot in this. Oh. Oh. Convenient. Alright, I checked that shit. I don't want to... Maybe I should check the corpse. Just to see. Alright. Also, that gun, depending on how much it costs, since it's not operable, I might just fucking... Yeah, I might just sell that. Let's see the shirt I just picked up. Oh, yeah. You can see right through that thing. I think I actually do want... Because this is +1 drama. This one's... I want this. I feel like my drama skill is probably my highest. Hey, I was messing with the corpse.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Perception.
Guarding over the freezing corpse, your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Crawl up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
There's something else.
You're not far. It'll come to you. Keep crawling.
Put your fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
Play with it. This feels right.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius. The edges
That's tiny.
An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar?
I see.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from
Ew.
your index fits right.
Ew.
A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through
Ew, I hate this.
into his brainstem.
Brainstem.
Yes, that's what this part is called. You've seen the drawings. You've studied them.
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Okay.
The funk soul brother at the back of his head has gone dark forever.
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
I don't want to enter him. Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges
No.
skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Fish it out. No. It was easy though. Really?
You push your hand further in. Whatever is in there keeps rolling between your fingers as you beckon it to come out.
I can't get it.
Out comes his small
Oh.
knife. The lieutenant moves its blade across the man's skull, searching for the exit wound.
There.
Withdraw your hand 4 centimeters, please.
With a crack, he punches the knife in the skull. Then one
Ew.
and one more, until the bone comes loose like eggshell.
This is a lot.
You feel the jelly move from his
I'm sorry guys, hold on.
Can you push it out?
I don't know if I can, dude.
A small flower of metal blossoms from the man's head, followed by your finger.
A bullet. A non-calibre. Rifled. You may remove your hand from the victim's head now, officer. Well done.
Yay! I got a congratulations from my baby girl, and that's all that matters.
Here's your prize.
Thanks.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity.
So he was.
Infected wound on the occiput.
He was dead before they hung him. Sounds like heaven, or he was dying already.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed. Wasn't that what we thought last time?
That was then. This time we have extensive tissue destruction away from the wound track. This time we have a bullet.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone. It was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
You think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
What happens next?
We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. The body bag should contain the odor for the duration of the transport. I would drive him to process him, but it's too late to do that today. I'll do it first thing tomorrow. No problem. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
He likes me again. Alright, we're gonna go to the Freet before it's closed. And then we're gonna put this corpse in the back of your car, and then we're gonna call it a day. Sound good?
Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Yay!
Bears.
Money, I needed this really badly. Alright, and we're moving the body.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This
Okay,
will come back later, Corporal.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in a abandoned cellar in the... Shut up!
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So I tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still hurting the money to this day.
It sure is!
The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge or the decomposing body in it. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Let's drag him to the kinema.
Alright. I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Alright, that's that settled.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
Oh, does it?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere.
Studio.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Remember me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
I wonder who wrote that note.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Which is to say, not very good.
I mean, I know who the illiterate ginger kid is.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely
Who was like insanely different now?
possibly to kill our victim.
Like, in what way?
In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
I think there's actual shit to do in the overworld. That's great.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge. The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a
5mm
gray core. The base of the bullet
It's
is
like,
close.
oh no. In the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
It's a jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found in the streets of Martinez.
Yeah, 5 millimeter? That's like... Yeah.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating.
I made him
We need to
happy
find
again.
the gun that shot it.
We certainly do. Legendary, try to determine what type of weapon shot this.
You can't...
What?
Happened last week. What makes you think you're going to remember Arcane?
Are you kidding me? Alright. Well, there's nothing more to say. Tilted little guy. Yeah, I'm tilted right now. What about it? Why am I not allowed into my room? Why am I not allowed in my room? Why am I not... That's my room. Why can't I go in? Brett. I have my key right here. What the fuck? Did you change the key while I was gone? You motherfucker. You! Why can't I get in my fucking room?
Can I help you?
Yeah, you sure fucking can, dude. You got some explaining to do, my friend. If I can even call you that. Wait, hold on. Why can't I get into my room then? Oh, he's not gonna let me in there until I pay off the damages, I guess. Well, I got some work to do, it seems like. I'll be back. Hey, buddy. You okay?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy, legendary.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Kuno, City of Rage, Night City, what's going on there? I'm intrigued.
No! You told him about it and now he knows your name!
Excuse me?
The prospect of Kuno turning lame is physically painful for her.
Oh.
The city's not fucking lame. You are lame. Kuno's tired of defending Rage City from... Just fuck off, alright?
Oh no, they're having a breakup.
And fuck you too, putting Kuno on the spot like that. Kuno doesn't need to fucking explain his shit. Kuno's king. He rules here. Fuck did you want?
Explain himself? As if explaining some kind of work? Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time?
I'm intrigued.
You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, no you don't.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Let's do this.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Let's do it.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Rad.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Indeed. Oh. Pig's head.
Be still, my beating heart.
No!
It's
no.
amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Mm-mm.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice.
Of course, detective. Swift justice. Don't
Eh,
worry. We don't
my
have
nose
to
is so itchy.
Every trace of narcotics.
Yeah, swift, lightning justice. Faster.
Oof.
Harder.
Oof.
Justicer.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? The secret path the local kids use.
Okay. Nice. Out of the way or get fucked up. Alright. Magnesoul, magnesium. Where are you going? Oh. What's in the box? Nice. Interesting. Can I not? Is this not like a entryway thing here? Okay, I guess not.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun. It's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Yeah, not right now. Alright, so we're gonna quick save.
Tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM.
Oh my god, I can't believe I got it. Yo, baby!
Leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Yeah, let's not close our eyes. Alright, cool.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
Must be.
Hell yeah. My climbing might not have been as disco as your jump, but can we still get an ace's high?
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
I'm shocking me that. Yeah, no, that the odds were literally 8%. Must be these lucky rabbits' feet. They're helping me again. Ever since I got them back from you and say. Oh yeah, let's get on that. Let's put that cloak on. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look good. Alright. I guess this is what we're rolling with now. Okay, so let's see, because I can look at some of the... Here we go. I'm thinking... we're gonna do this. I feel like that'll be helpful. Oh, sweet Jesus. That's some mother load right there.
This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name
Renee!
Rene Arnaud. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform.
Why did you take that picture of Rene?
And ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Oh.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Coulon, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself.
Ah, I'm diagnosed ADHD.
Monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing.
Could I actually focus through not focusing?
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
Alright.
The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Kim, I need to get to the drawer. Kim! Kim, the drawer! Thank you.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. You're trying hard. The drawer slides shut smoothly. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone.
Alright. We're not going to do that yet because I don't know who I would use it for. Is there not another way down? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, nope, that's not. I can't do that.
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Okay.
Marche. On. Arrête. Off.
Well, I'm not gonna fuck with that just yet. Wait, give me a second. Oh.
Rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche.
Hold on.
A rusting Marche. The crane stands tall, proud, with a loud grind. The crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what that does for me. What did that do? Okay, the container's down here now, but I'm not quite sure how that helps me, really.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
Okay.
I can't see how that was worth the records, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Yeah, that's all that I needed. All I care about is satisfying you, baby girl.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging for the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to interview the Union boss.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions, with some puzzlement. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
It's because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
Using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
Yeah, our neighbor fucking sucks. For real. I'm so tired of that fucking car. Nothing more to do here for now.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
We should take care of that, man.
But I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out.
Let's just sleep in your car. You know, and it's kind of cold out, and maybe we'll have to like snuggle for warmth or something, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Just a couple of straight guys. Just a couple of guys being straight.
A large table with two huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee dispensers. Someone has forgotten a small plastic card. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. The name Etienne Bogart is written in the middle. Below
Sorry, I'm so itchy.
text, member of the board. It comes with a magnetic strip meant to open electronic doors.
Cool. Certainly do need that. There's a dude over here. I might get in trouble for talking to him, but...
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Mundi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hi!
Everard, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye now.
I don't want to deal with this guy right now.
You're back before the cargo container. You attempt to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions with...
Okay. Whatever. that blue? Oh, we're back to my original problem. I don't know how to get down. No, go down! Damn you! Get out!
Tear machines, your bottles clunk into the
Really? That's all?
machine appears.
Jesus.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Guess I'll have to take my chances.
Guess so. Just be careful out there. One false step could cost you dearly.
Okay.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it.
Are you kidding me?
From the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments. We'll just have to go in and see.
Oh my god. I don't know what that was. Oh, it was my phone.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply.
Why not? I should just break into this random apartment. We'll see what happens. It's not like I got much to lose. I'm not gonna... No. We're not gonna... We're a reformed man. Let's do this.
This door has been closed with a... What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body...
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do?
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Okay.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, Detective.
No. Okay. 9mm bullet. Interesting.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their bedroom?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Oh. Wait. Let me just... There we go. Is that it? Okay, cool.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Yeah, it's true. You got me there. What's that? Well. Hold on. Let me pick this up real quick. Well. Is it? If it isn't the dumb bitch, that definitely has my gun. Sorry, I called you a dumb bitch. I'm sure you're not.
Oh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we're evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil?
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
That's some clever cultural commentary.
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Catch you later, Cindy. It is concerning to me that she's literally pouring oil everywhere.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened. A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline, fired from the water, a straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt. Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor. The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean. A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly.
He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements, as it often does.
Time to go. Cindy? Is that bed in the cool room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Alright.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Alright, calm down.
The tear machine snapped. Your bottles clunk.
Whatever, alright. This is what I got for him. If it's not enough, then I don't fucking know. I need to get up there. I think I've been up there, haven't I? Alright, well, we'll go back tomorrow. Oh my god. Hey!
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for
Does
tonight.
that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Kim is about to say something. Let
I
him.
understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know?
Good luck trying to use it.
You bitch.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Okay. Watch this. Oh. I was so sure that was gonna be... Well, okay. Now I look foolish. That I could climb through the window. There's so many bottles in there!
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Okay.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Okay.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What do you mean confiscated?
A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high.
So he took his spinners.
Mm-hmm. I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence.
Isn't that corruption?
I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back.
Did you want to put these spinners on your machine?
No, that would be silly.
Oh.
I don't know why I kept them. It doesn't matter. I couldn't put them on this MC anyway. A cop with spinners. That would be outrageous.
Yes, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
I'm sorry you have to sell them because of me.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I had these earlier.
Sorry, I can't take them. It wouldn't be right.
Alright, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
I see you're starting to understand my modus operandi.
Sounds likely.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E501001001000. The make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Please connect me to Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Not in a bad way, Doc. A real bad way.
Oh, it's you.
I think I've had a heart attack.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Are you mobile?
Sort of, but by God does it burn in your chest.
Yes.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
I've lost my memory, all of it.
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised. Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
Okay, you're a bitch. What the fuck? Why are you being such an asshole? Like, fuck me, dude.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
I guess that's it for now.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else?
I don't know the radio for now.
57, over and out.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other guard.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you. a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
It's a rad Man from Heimdall t-shirt you got there.
Hell yeah, man.
We have a lot in common. I'm a big fan of them. Oh, you must be a serious Man from Heimdall fan.
A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do think the Heimdall Man saga is an integral part of our shared reality.
Interesting.
Most people don't think that the man from Heimdall really existed, but they're wrong.
What did you mean the Man from Heimdall was real?
I mean, even if the man from Heimdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has.
What are you...
It's simple, really.
Are you nuts?
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated.
This guy's on shrooms,
All
I think.
that's required is a more robust understanding.
Not that I have any experience with that.
Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Heimdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
It's cool that you're still open. Big city vibes.
The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon, what is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me, or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir.
Pyrrolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
Aww.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Tell me more about this Emergency Relief Brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however.
What is it about the men in this game? They could be like literally
getting sick.
the most, like, I don't know, they could literally just be the most, like, bummish, schlubby guy, and they'll talk for 10 seconds, and I'll be like, oh, you're so interesting, talk to me more. Tell me about the people's pile.
Bad idea. Some poor leftist built a
Tell me about how you were part of a radioactive cleanup, and now it has you hooked on drugs for the rest of your life. It's because you like, I like a fixer-upper. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Oh, never mind.
Sure, man.
Never mind. Wait, hold on. Can I sell shit to you?
Hello.
Say I like to sell.
Sure. Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Oh, okay. I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I don't know what I can't... I don't have anything I can sell, really. I feel like I've gathered every bottle this fucking place has to offer. Do you people ever go to sleep?
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happened. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there.
Yeah.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from it's empty like a beehive without its brood. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Interesting.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good evening, Fortress Accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Are you a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the...
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
What's that? This interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
Ah, right. Thanks for the explanation.
That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
I don't know.
If you are unsure, could you please take a look?
How do I do that?
Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside. I need to know what it's called.
It's called the production schedule.
Please repeat the password.
Okay.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
And that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a... Nothing happens.
Hey, that's my bit. Wait, which bit? I can't remember what bit I did. I have the memory of a goldfish. A drunk goldfish.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution.
Fun fact, goldfish actually have quite good memories compared to their lifespans. I've been able to recognize people up to 3 years after seeing them. What? That's amazing. What the fuck? I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Even today,
oh, that makes me feel good because I've had a lot of goldfish in my life.
Disappointment and fear
and
in equal measure.
The idea that they probably loved and knew me as much as I loved and knew them. I had this one fish. I named her Glinda because she was a bit of an airhead. She had like a malformed tail. Like she had like this bump on her tail. Like she was just like a little. She had a deformation. She died of like a swim bladder disease, which is usually what people die from. Goldfish. But I really loved her, and the fact that she probably recognized me just kind of like filled me with like a sense of extreme warmth. Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with it? Different people with swim bladder. Oh, come on! Leave me alone! What's the deal with the antlers?
The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time, above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me? Uh-oh.
Gone is the glory.
Uh-oh.
Hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
Okay.
You are the big communism builder now.
No, I got a little bulk thing of goldfish shot for you. They survived, and after all, and kept getting bigger and lived like 9 more years, and we think they might have got. Yeah, okay. There's this one fish we got from a carnival, and she belonged to one of my friends. We're gonna call her Karen, and we never named the fish because it was a carnival fish. She was like, I don't know, I ended up with this goldfish and I don't really have anywhere to keep it. Do you want this goldfish? And I'm like, yes. And we named it Karen's fish because we didn't think it was going to last. That fish lived for like a decade. And yeah, no, it was, you know how tiny carnival fish are and how prone to immediate death they are. And like we put her out in our pond because we had a little fish pond where we put the fish in the summer, and she grew like, she was huge. She was like easily the size of my hand. I got big hands. And she grew like all these fucking gorgeous fins and shit. I think it was a small. I think she might have been a koi. And like, I don't know. Like, there's something. Goldfish either die within 10 seconds of you taking them home, or they live for longer than you will. That's a koi for sure. Yeah, no, she was beautiful. And like, we might have to retrofit the pond because we had a big aquarium. It's got too big, like an aquarium. For double dish, and she was 80. That's what happened with us too, is like we would put our goldfish out in the pond in the summer and they'd grow, and then we come in and the tank would be too small for them. But we were very broke, so we couldn't afford a bigger tank, unfortunately. But the second that the weather was warm enough, we would put them out, and they had a lovely time. Fish will grow in retrospect. Yeah, exactly. Like, we'd put them in the pond, they'd grow, and then we'd bring them in, and they'd be like, this sucks. And we'd be like, it's only temporary, don't worry. That's betta. They'll kill each other. Depending on size, like, with fish, it's pretty much, if it fits in my mouth, I'm going to eat it. So if you have fish, you kind of want them to all be like similar size, so they can't, fit in the other one's mouth. Actually, like they're very good tank mates to everything that's not a betta, except for shrimp. I remember one time, like, because some people put betta with shrimp and it's fine, and there's this one picture on Reddit, and it was a betta. And he had grabbed one of their shrimp, and it was just a little shrimp's face sticking out of his mouth, and the person was like, God damn it. I'm like, no! They're not really, they're not high maintenance, but people think that you can put them in a mug, and they'll live a long, healthy life, and I think that that's fucking insane, and also evil. I want to turn down. Yeah, for sure.
Shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern
single little plexi. Yeah, exactly.
Ideas.
No, that's what drives me crazy. Is some people with bettas will just be like, "Oh, I just have to put a little plexiglass divider," and then they'll be no, because they can still see each other. And it's sort of like bettas will sometimes get confused and they'll like flare up at their own reflection. Like, that's stressful enough. Oh, whoops. Okay. Guess that's that. Well, that's the thing though, is like they necessarily can't see glass, so they just think they're in the same tank, and they're just like, oh my god, constant threat. I think you can keep female bettas together though. Female bettas are like, they're not as pretty, but like their temperament tends to be a lot better. Like we had a little female, and she was really cute. Glass appears opaque. Huh. That's interesting. I know that like some animals can't see like 2D. Like if they were watching my stream right now, they wouldn't be able to see it. That can't see through shit sheet. Feels heavy.
Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set.
Oh my god.
Nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult, If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
Where's my phone going off? What? Hold on a second. I think I just got butt dialed by my old shift lead. Which is weird because she butt dialed me once it sounded like she was on call with someone else. Well, anyway, so we're actually about the time where I'm going to be switching over. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break.